Hello everyone, my name is Felix and I'm the founder of Smart Home Technology. Today I have to talk about something really serious. While all of us are sitting here, we are wasting 25% of the energy which you use in your house. 25% losses in standby. Standby is your devices are plugged in but not in use and it still costs you something. You might say 25%, this is not a big issue for me, but it's really getting an issue for this sector, for the IoT sector. In the year 2020, we expect to have 26 billion IoT devices. When there's no new technology introduced, these devices will lose 85% of their energy in the standby mode. This is so much because of the high scale that you have additional CO2 outputs of all these devices which are implemented to increase energy efficiency of 54 million cars every year. We are working in this industry since several years and we worked in startups in the same sector and we've seen this issue. And this is the reason why we worked on it. We worked on it on research. And we came up with it, which you can see here. It's a zero standby power chip. The zero standby power chip improves the energy efficiency of standby modes up to 98%. It's a patent-pending technology, and as we are integrating it in the IoT sector, we added hardware security and privacy to every device. The market we are addressing is the IoT market. And the IoT market is super strong growing. So until the year 2020, we expect an annual growth rate of almost 30%. So in the year 2020, we will have a market size of 43 billion US dollar. Our initial market is Switzerland. We got a partnership with the Swiss government for energy. We got a strategic partnership with the biggest telecom company in Switzerland. And we got our first customer with a home appliance manufacturer, who's the biggest home appliance manufacturer in Switzerland with 400 million revenues a year. Last year, we expanded to Europe. And we got the market leader for home automation devices in our board. And they are selling for us in all these countries which you can see here. So the southeast country where you can buy our equipment is Turkey. The northeast is Iceland. Now you might wonder how the business model looks like. So how do we climb the mountain of business? So first, as we are in a mature market and our customers are quite immature in the IoT sector, we always have to start with some consultancy to make them aware of the issue. After the consultancy, it automatically leads to pilots where we show what are the benefits, because we really want to target value proposition of the customer. Only things which give added value to the customer is some winning business for us. And after the pilot, we have to customize our products. And then when we get in a mass production, which we made now several times, we get a license fee per device. And this is a scaling factor of our business. So the team. I want to point out two persons who are here. So the first one is Dr. Thomas Eaton. He made his studies in Oxford in chemistry and made his PhD in nanomaterials in Basel. And he's the CEO of the company. I'm Felix. I made all my studies in ETH, in electrical engineering, and I'm the CTO of the company. Now let's sum up the last seconds or last minutes. So we were made revenue from really the first day of the company and the home appliance sector. And we are already committed to ship 185,000 devices until the end of next year. Currently, we are moving in the industry sector, and this we are doing with a company called GEA. They are a multinational company with 4 billion euros revenue every year, coming from the milk sector. And for doing this, we are currently working on an investment of 2.4 million Swiss francs. So, if you're excited of the IoT sector, as we are, and if you think that IoT only works with zero standby power, with security and privacy, then please support us and talk to us. Thank you very much.
Can we go back to your choice of the IoT sector? So a lot of appliances have standby power consumption, but you chose the IoT, so obviously it's growing. But what about the rest?
So, for instance, in the home appliance sector, the lifetime of devices is 10 to 15 years. So how do we integrate in zero standby solutions? So of course our chips can do this, and we already made this, but then the growth of the company is not so fast. And we focused on the IoT sector because this is so extremely fast growing and the problems are really big because of the size of the market.
Why did you choose a licensing model versus a fabless chip model?
This came from the first businesses we made. So the companies who we worked with asked us for a business model which was like this. So this was then developed together with the customers. So we were developing the companies together with a real business we made.
So you say you have to provide with a specific design for every application. So you have a first phase of building a pilot and then designing precisely. So it's not standard chip. How do you compare with existing chips, and are there other features that might be critical besides the standby mode?
So the solution is, you can say it's actually plug and play a solution, but of course if you take an appliance, what means plug and play? So you ask for the competitors, so there are currently 2 competitors and other patents. So Texas Instruments had another solution and ST Microelectronics has another solution. So their devices, for instance, you can use very well for smartphone chargers. These chargers are really switched off if you don't charge. What's especially with our technology, the device go in an extremely energy saving sleeping mode, and you can still wake them up when you want to use them. So the behavior of the device doesn't change. And this is very important for the IoT sector because then only this works there. So you can't use the current Texas Instruments chip or the ST chips to reach the same, to put devices on extremely zero standby if they are not in use. Thank you very much. Thank you.